press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Namaste children. In this class we'll discuss about NEET questions related to human health and disease. Okay. Coming to the question, sexual stage of plasmodium occurs in the given options: salivary glands of mosquito. What the given option? Sexual stage of plasmodium occurs in salivary glands of mosquito, human RBC, intestine of mosquito, human liver. So sudden naವೇನ್ ಬರ್ದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ, we'll go with answer salivary glands of mosquito ಅಂತ. But in salivary glands of mosquito we see sporozoites which are infective stage of plasmodium. Whereas intestine of mosquitoದಲ್ಲಿ we see the fertilization, fusion of male gamete and female gamete. So in human liver we see asexual type of reproduction of plasmodium. In human RBC for 136, answer is second, that is human RBC. In human RBC, when we know that sporozoites when it enters into human body, it reaches liver where it undergo asexual reproduction. Then it releases as merozoites. These merozoites reach RBCs where it undergo again asexual reproduction and release as tropozoites. Some of the tropozoites will become male gamete, some will become female gamete, and some tropozoites attack new RBC cells. So our ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ ಏನದು, sexual stage of plasmodium occurs in human RBC. That means in human RBC, tropozoites of plasmodium differentiate into male and female gamete. That's why the answer is 2 for 136. Okay. So next we'll go with next question. One 37. Blood circulation was discovered by blood circulation was discovered by William Harvey, Hippocrates, Karl Landsteiner and Wegener. So Hippocrates is considered as father of medicine, as Karl Landsteiner discovered blood groups, whereas William Harvey discovered blood circulation. Understood? So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 137 ಗೆ 1 is the answer. William Harvey, who discovered blood circulation. Understood? Next, they have given column 1 and column 2. We have to choose correct option. Typhoid, we know that it is transmitted through contaminated food and water, where in the later cases, in the severe cases, it shows perforation of small intestine. Typhoid which is caused by Salmonella typhi, in chronic condition it causes perforation of intestine. Intestine ಅಂದ್ರೆ Salmonella typhi start eating the mucosa of the intestine. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, intestine ಹೋಲ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, perforation of small intestine occurs. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ A ಗೆ 5 is the option. ಹಾಗೆ pneumonia is caused by Streptococcus pneumoniae and Haemophilus influenzae, where we see alveoli are filled with fluid that leads to difficulty in breathing. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ B ಗೆ fourth is the option. Filariasis, it is a chronic inflammation of lymphatic vessels caused by Ucheriria, Bancrofti and Malai. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ C is one option. C ಗೆ one option. Ringworm, it is a fungal infection caused by 3 different genus, where it's caused by Trichophyton, Epidermophyton and Microsporum, where we see dry scaly lesions all over the body, that is on skin, scalp, nails, etc. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ D ಗೆ second is the option. Malaria caused by Plasmodium, chill, eye fever recurring every 3 to 4 days is the answer. So ಈ option ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ? So A is 5 and B is 4, C is 1, D is 2, E is 3. Second is the option. Okay. Second is the option for 138. Then, which of the following human parasites require mosquito to complete their life cycle? So they have given Ascaris lumbricoides and Ucheriria bancrofti. This Ascaris lumbricoides is homogenetic or monogenetic, not homogenetic. Mono means single. Single host is enough for Ascaris lumbricoides, whereas Ucheriria bancrofti is digenetic parasite. So again, Ascaris, Leishmania donovani, again Leishmania is single host, whereas Plasmodium is it requires 2 hosts. Fourth option is correct, whereas Plasmodium ovale and Ucheriria bancrofti, the both are digenetic parasite. Even Leishmania donovani is a digenetic, it doesn't require mosquito in their life cycle. But these two requires mosquito in their life cycle. Understood? Plasmodium, primary, for Plasmodium, primary host is (139). Plasmodium, primary and secondary. Primary host is female Anopheles mosquito, whereas secondary is human being, humans. So whereas for Ucheriria bancrofti, primary host is human, whereas secondary host is Culex, female Culex mosquito, female Culex mosquito. So in these two species, they require mosquito to complete their life cycle. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 139, which of the following human parasites require mosquito to complete their life cycle? That is Plasmodium and Ucheriria bancrofti. Understood? So that's the fourth is the answer for 139. So next we'll go with 140. Diseases which are easily transmitted from one person to another person. Diseases which are easily transmitted from one person to another person are called infectious diseases. Which are not transmitted from one person to another are called non-infectious diseases. So here, when it's transferred from one person to another, answer is infectious diseases. So even deficiency diseases will also not transfer. Even genetic disorders will also not transfer from one person to another person. Only the infectious diseases like common cold transfers from one person to another person. For this reason, 140 question 1 is the answer. Next, 141, cerebral malignant malaria is caused by. So in the Plasmodium, we have 4 species: Plasmodium ovale, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malariae, and Plasmodium falciparum. Among these, Plasmodium falciparum causes malignant malaria, which is very fatal and the death agat. So malignant means ultimately it leads to death. So this is caused by Plasmodium falciparum. So cerebral malignant malaria is caused by Plasmodium falciparum. For 141, 1 is the answer. The disease like malaria and filariasis are transmitted through insect vectors. Vectors can be controlled by introducing. They have given Labio, Gambusia, Ilsa, and Katla. They are all 4 fishes. They are different fishes, but we introduce Gambusia for stagnant water. So stagnant water means Ninta Niru. Okay, for the question number 142. So where the water is stagnant, Ninta Nirge, we introduce Gambusia fishes. What they do, they eat the insects larva. This eats insects, that is mosquito larva. They eat mosquito larva or larvae. Understood? So when we introduce Gambusia fishes to the stagnant water, these fishes eat and clear off mosquito larvae, thereby controls the number of mosquito. Thereby it prevents the transferring of diseases from one person to another person. Hagagi, the disease which transfers through the insects like mosquito, we have to control those vectors by introducing Gambusia into the stagnant water, because that fish will clear off all the mosquitoes larvae or insect larvae present in that stagnant water. Understood? So 142, for 142, 2 is the answer. Then 143, internal bleeding, muscular pain, blockage of intestinal passage, and anemia are some of the symptoms caused due to infection by. So they have given first option Ucheriria. In the Ucheriria, we see obstruction or blockage of lymphatic channels. Ucheriria ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, lymphatic channels blockage ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So 143, blockage of lymphatic channels. Whereas trichophyton, it causes ringworm. It causes ringworm. It's a fungal disease. Okay. Ascaris causes ascariasis. So one more they have given, Plasmodium. Plasmodium causes chills and fever. Recurrent chills and fever. So Ucheriariadalli, lower extremities will enlarge in its size. In Trichophyton, we see dry scaly lesions over the skin. Whereas in Ascaris, it is a human parasite. Ascaris lumbricoides is a human parasite which fills the small intestine, and we see blockage of small intestine. So they have mentioned here muscular pain, blockage of intestinal passage, and anemia that is mainly due to ascaris. It is due to ascaris, that is ascariasis caused by roundworm Ascaris lumbricoides. So for 143, third is the answer. The Ascaris lumbricoids are better. Only they have mentioned their genus name. So 143, third is the answer. 144, the mature infective stage. Mature infective stage of malarial parasite which are transferred from mosquito to man are, they have given merozoites, sporozoites, merozoites, tropozoites and gametocytes. The answer is sporozoites. Sporozoites are infective stage. They are infective stage stored in salivary gland of mosquito. Stored in salivary glands of mosquito. This female Anopheles mosquito. So these sporozoites, after biting a human, it reaches liver. From liver, they released as merozoites. So from merozoites, they attack RBCs. From the RBC, they release as tropozoites. And tropozoites, they give rise to male gamete and female gamete, that is gametocytes. Understood? ಹಾಗಾಗಿ for this ನೋಡಿ sporozoites are plasmodium, infective form of plasmodium stored in salivary glands of mosquito. When infected mosquito bites and humans, it reaches liver. In liver, it undergoes asexual reproduction and release as merozoites. Whereas these merozoites attack RBCs, there it undergoes asexual reproduction and release as tropozoites. And some of the tropozoites will become male gamete, some will become female gamete. So what they have asked here, the mature infective stage of malaria, of malarial parasite which are transferred from mosquito man and man, from mosquito to man are sporozoites. For 144, 1 is the answer. Okay. So 145, Vidal test is performed. So Vidal test is performed mainly to know whether the typhoid is present or not. So they have given malaria, pneumonia, jaundice and typhoid. Vidal test is a confirmative test. They take the blood sample and we see the antibodies against Salmonella typhi. That is the test done to know whether typhoid is present or not. So Vidal test is performed to confirm typhoid. 145 ge answer 4. So Vidal test is a confirmative test which is performed to know typhoid. Okay. Next 146. One side they have given diseases, another side they have given disease causing agent. They are pathogens. We know that typhoid is caused by Salmonella typhi. So for 1, D is the option. Pneumonia is caused by Streptococcus pneumoniae and Haemophilus influenza. So 2, A is the option. Filariasis is caused by Wuchereria malayi and Wuchereria bancrofti. So 3, E is the option. Ringworm is caused by 3 different genus: Trichophyton, Epidermophyton and Microsporum. Here they have given Trichophyton. So for the 4, B is the answer. And malaria is caused by Plasmodium. For 5, C is the answer. So we'll see in which typhoid is D. 1 is D, pneumonia A, Filariasis E, ringworm, trichophyton, malaria, plasmodium. 1 is the option for 146. Then 147, a droplet infection is, droplet andre which is the disease which spreads through air. When we sneeze or cough, pathogens are released to the environment or to the surrounding air. Through it, it transfers to other healthy person. It's called droplet infection. Here, the given droplet infection is tetanus, pneumonia, syphilis, typhoid. So, here pneumonia is the answer because tetanus and syphilis, typhoid is not caused by, it's not spread by aerosol. Pneumonia is a aerosol infection which spreads through air. When person sneezes or cough, pathogens are released to the environment. So, hagagi a droplet infection is pneumonia. Tetanus is caused by Clostridium tetani. It is a contagious disease. Syphilis is a sexually transmitted disease. Typhoid is transmitted through contaminated food and water. Agagi, a droplet infection is pneumonia. Understood? Okay, for 147, second is the answer. 148, which one is the most infectious disease? AIDS, hepatitis B, malaria, cough and cold. So in this, even malaria is also infectious disease. Hepatitis B, it spreads through serum. Blood transfusion also, hagagi serum hepatitis anta heltivi. AIDS spread through sexual contact with multiple partners and through contaminated syringe and needles. But cough and cold is very infectious disease because when we cough and when we sneeze, viruses are released into the environment. Okay? Among these, the most infectious disease is cough and cold. For 148, 4 is the answer. Okay. Next, 149. Immune system retains the memory of which response in vaccination process. We know that what the vaccination contain. See, vaccination contain, answer is for 149. The vaccines contain kill or attenuated or weakened pathogens. They contain killed or attenuated or weakened pathogens. Okay. So when we introduce this into our body first time exposing to the microbes, and it is when the body attacks microbes for the first time that we call it as primary immune response. When pathogens are attacked by body for the first time, that is called primary immune response. Primary means first time and which is of low intensity. With a low intensity, because the body will take time to recognize pathogens and which type of antibody I should produce for this particular pathogen anta ಹೇಳಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ immune system retains, after producing antibodies, it retains that in its memory which type of antibody I produce for these pathogens anta ಹೇಳಿ. So when the same pathogen or when the same disease causing agents enter into our body for the second time with the memory cell, immediately our body produces antibodies and attacks the pathogens. That's the reason why we have to be vaccinated for particular pathogens. So immune system retains the memory of which response in vaccination process. Mainly it retains primary immune response. So 141 answer is second. Sorry, 149 answer is second. Then 150, immunoglobulins are nothing but antibodies. Immunoglobulins are nothing but antibodies. So in immunoglobulin, disulfide bonds do not join. So we see like this. So these are variable regions. Yeah, constant region. So all are joined by disulfide bond. So these are all disulfide bond. So they have given disulfide bonds do not join. First option, two heavy chains. Yes, these two are two heavy chains. Two heavy chains joined by disulfide bond. One is correct. Light chain with heavy chain. So this is light chain. This is heavy chain. Here also we see disulfide bond. Hagagi second is also correct. Two light chains antara. Here this is light chain and this is light chain. So these two light chains are not joined by disulfide bond, whereas these two are heavy chains. So this is structure of antibody. So two light chains are not joined by disulfide bond. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 150 answer ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ in see two heavy chains are joined by disulfide bond. One light chain and one heavy chain is joined by disulfide bond, whereas two light chains are not bonded by disulfide bond. So 150 answer is 3. In immunoglobulin, disulfide bonds do not join two light chains. They do not join two light chains. 151. The overall ability of the host to fight the disease causing organisms confirmed by the immune system is called. They are given allergy. That's not the condition. Allergy is exaggerated response of our immune system to certain allergens present in an environment. Allergy agala. Autoimmunity is a condition in which immune system fails to recognize self from non-self cells and it start attacking their own cells, their own body cells. ಅದು autoimmunity ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. But immunity is nothing but overall ability of the host to fight the disease against disease causing microbes. Okay, that's for 151. Third is the answer. So for 151, third is the answer. Next. It's 152. When a host is exposed to antigens, which may be in the form of living or dead microbes or other proteins, antibodies are produced in host body. This type of immunity is called, they have given active immunity, passive immunity, autoimmunity and allergy. So, see, active immunity means when a body produces antibodies for a microbes. That we call it as active immunity. Passive immunity means ready form of antibodies are introduced into a body. That is called passive immunity by mother or in the form of injections or in the form of tablets. That is passive immunity from mother to fetus. Through colostrum we get IgA antibodies. Idella passive immunity al baradu. Autoimmunity means where already I discussed when body immunity, when our immunity fail to differentiate self cells from non-self cells, it start attacking its own body cells. That condition is called autoimmunity. Allergy is a condition in which immune system responds in an exaggerated manner to the certain and allergens present in an environment. Understood? So Hagagi, for this 152, one is the answer. So when an organism is exposed to antigens are nothing but disease causing microbes either in live form or in dead form, or there any protein part, our body is going to produce antibodies. Understood? Antibodies are produced in our body. This type of immunity is called active immunity. ಈ ಕೊರೋನಾ ವೈರಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಅವರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಅಗೇನೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊರೋನಾ ವೈರಸ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಫಾರ್ 152 1 is the answer. 153, T lymphocytes maturing. They are given pancreas, spleen, bone marrow, thymus. Spleen is a lymphoid tissue. So where it is spleen is considered as graveyard of RBC, where RBCs are destroyed after 120 days. Pancreas, no way related to immune system, where it produces hormones insulin and glucagon. Bone marrow, where B lymphocytes are produced in bone marrow and also mature of B lymphocytes occur in bone marrow. Whereas thymus is a gland present below the sternum near the heart. So where the T lymphocytes mature. T lymphocytes are produced in bone marrow but mature in thymus gland. Understood? That's why it got a name T. So T lymphocytes mature in thymus gland. So that's for 153. 4th is the answer. And this thymus gland decreases in its size as the age advances. Okay. Now 154. Interferons act against viral infection by protecting other cells against virus, functioning as macrophages, providing antibodies, directly destroying genetic material of virus. So, what are interferons? For this, we'll go to the answer. For 154, interferons are chemical substances. Interferons are chemical substances or proteins released by virus infected cell. Interferons are released by virus infected cells. They are the proteins released by virus infected cells. These interferons protect other normal cells by the attack of virus. By the attack of virus. In what are interferons? They are the proteins released by virus infected cells, and these proteins protect other normal cells by the attack of virus. Okay, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ? Interferons act against viral infection by protecting other cells against virus, not by functioning as macrophages. Macrophages are phagocytic cells. Okay, they eat, they engulf disease causing microbes. Virus will not do like that. Providing antibodies, they will not produce antibodies. Directly destroying genetic material of virus, no. So interferons are proteins released by virus infected cells. These interferons protect other normal cells against virus. So 154, 1 is the answer. Rejection of transplanted organ. So, rejection of transplanted organ is prevented by regular use of cyclosporine, calcitonin, thrombin, pyroxene. So we already know that immunosuppressive agent is cyclosporine. So when we give cyclosporine before organ transplantation, it suppresses our immune system, which is governed by T lymphocytes. So T lymphocytes are main cells which reject organ transplantation. ಅದನ್ನು ಫಾರಿನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ನ ಬೇಗ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದು ಟಿ ಲಿಂಫೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಟಿ ಲಿಂಫೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವುದು cyclosporine. So before any organ transplantation, we have to give immunosuppressive agent like cyclosporine that helps to prevent rejection of transplanted organ. Okay, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 154 155 1 is the answer. Thrombin is a amino acid. Okay, so for 155 1 is the answer. Calcitonin, thyrocalcitonin is a hormone, thrombin is a amino acid. Understood? Hage 156. Memory cells are formed from erythropoietic stem cells, monocytes, T lymphocytes, B lymphocytes. Erythropoietic stem cells helps in the production of RBCs. Monocytes are WBCs which fight against disease causing microbes. T lymphocytes are also WBCs which kills directly the disease causing microbes, and it activates B lymphocytes because T lymphocytes does not produce any antibodies, whereas B lymphocytes produces antibodies. These B lymphocytes, when they produce antibodies, B lymphocytes differentiate and divide, and it forms two cells, plasma cells and memory cells. So 156. So B lymphocytes produces plasma cells and memory cells. Plasma cells produces antibodies. Plasma cell produces antibodies. Which type of antibody produced by plasma cells were keep in their memory with the help of memory cells. Hagagi memory cells are formed from B lymphocytes. So answer for 156 is B lymphocytes. Okay. Next we have 157. So 157, character of acquired immunity is difference between self and non-self, specificity of antigen, retains memory, all of this. So acquired immunity is able to difference between self and non-self. Yes, because acquired immunity is specific in nature. They show specificity of antigen and also they retain memory. Hagagi for 157, fourth is the answer. All of this is the answer. Okay. Then 158, each immunoglobulin has two heavy chains and two light chains. The antigen binding site is found in. So it is found in, so we know that 158 antigen binding site is found in between one, this is heavy chain and this is light chain. So like this, both sides we see the two so these are antigen binding site. It is formed, this is light chain and this is heavy chain. Antigen binding site is found between variable region So these are variable region and these are constant region. Variable andre this part is not same in all different types of antibodies. This part, antigen binding site, is going to vary from one antibody to another antibody based on the shape of antigens. Based on the shape of antigens. Okay. Hagagi, what they have asked, that antigen binding site is found between variable region of heavy chains. Ill form agala, variable region of light chains agala, constant regions of light chains agala, then variable region of both heavy chain and light chain. That is the answer. Variable regions of both light chains and also heavy chains. Understood? For 158, fourth is the answer. Next, 159. Which substance on introduction into human body forms antibody? So antigen are nothing but disease causing microbes, pathogen. Antibody they have given, histamine they have given, and fourth 1 and 2 on that. Histamine is released, it is produced in our antibody. It is produced in our body in response to allergy. Antibodies are produced in our body in response to antigen. Hagagi, which substance on introduction into human body forms antibody? That is antigen. Antigen, when introduced into human body, either naturally or in the form of vaccine, our body produces antibody. So for 159, 1 is the answer. 160, immune response to first encounter with an antigen is called. ನಾನು ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, when our body attacks microbes for the first time, it is called primary immune response. Understood? With a low intensity, whereas secondary immune response is of high intensity. Okay, so for 160, 1 is the answer. Immune response to first encounter with an antigen is called primary immune response. So 161, an antiviral substance produced in response to viral infection for restricting its multiplication is called antigen, antiviral, interferon and virion. So the answer we already know that it is interferon. Virus infected cell produces protein called interferon which restrict the viral infection spreading by its multiplication. So 161, third is the answer. So 162, an example of innate immunity is PMNL, polymorphonuclear lymphocytes are nothing but WBC cells which carry from our birth. So they provide innate immunity. Innate ಅಂದ್ರೆ inborn immunity. ಹುಟ್ಟಿಂದಾನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬರುವಂತ immunity ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? Innate immunity or inborn immunity. So polymorphonuclear lymphocytes are the cells which cellular barrier. They provide immunity. Understood? Second line of defense mechanism is provided by these cells. B and T lymphocytes are third line defenses. They provide immunity when we exposed to pathogens. Okay, even TH cell means T helper cells. B, T and TH cells are seen when body exposed to microbes, but these neutrophils are carried from our birth which is ready to fight against any form of pathogens. Hagagi, an example of innate immunity is polymorphonuclear lymphocytes. So 162, 1 is the answer. Whether all T, B and TH cells are acquired immunity. Okay, they are examples for acquired immunity. 163, a person has developed interferon in his body. He seems to carry infection of ringworm, malaria, measles and typhoid. ನೋಡಿ, ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೆರಾನ್. ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೆರಾನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಬಾಡಿ, ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ವೈರಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ interferons are proteins released by virus infected cell. So ringworm is a fungal disease, all interferons iralla. Malaria is a protozoal disease caused by plasmodium, all interferons iralla. Measles is a viral disease where we see interferons. Typhoid is a bacterial disease, there will not see interferon. So measles is a viral disease where we see interferon. That means he is suffering from measles. So for 163, third is the answer. Okay, because we see interferons in his body. Then 164, damage to thymus in a child would lead to loss of cell mediated immunity, loss of antibody mediated immunity, a reduction in stem cell production, reduction in hemoglobin content of blood. We know that thymus is a gland where T lymphocytes are going to be matured. If there any damage to the thymus gland we see in child, that obviously leads to loss of cell mediated immunity. Antibody mediated ಅಂದ್ರೆ B lymphocytes ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ and third and fourth are nowhere related to thymus. So answer is loss of cell mediated immunity, because we have different types of T lymphocytes, T killer cell, T memory cell, T suppressor cell, T helper cells, all help us to provide immunity. So thymus gland ge damage agre the cell mediated immunity is lost. So for 164, 1 is the answer. Then 165, active immunity means, already we discussed, resistance developed before disease, resistance developed after disease, increased heartbeat, increased flow of blood. So active immunity ಅಂದ್ರೆ when antibodies are produced in our body. ಯಾವಾಗ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, when we exposed to pathogens. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಯಾಥೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ once the pathogen enter into our body produces antibodies to kill them. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ, active immunity means resistance developed in a body after disease. After disease means microbes, after entering microbes into our body, disease causing microbes into our body produces antibodies. Okay, so it's nothing but active immunity. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 165 ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್. active immunity means resistance developed after disease. That's the answer for 165. 166, again, obstacle to transplantation of organs is insufficiency of organ donors, immunological rejection of foreign bodies, religious or ethnic considerations, lack of effective surgical techniques. We already know that T lymphocytes are the main cells which reject foreign cells. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ obstacle to transplantation of organ is immunological rejection of foreign bodies by T lymphocytes. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ for 166, second is the answer. So 167, how many variant segments are present in the basic structure of antibody molecule? So how many variable segments are present? So these are variable regions and these are constant regions. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 variable regions in a structure of antibody. These variable regions vary according to the structure of pathogens or according to the structure of antigens. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿರೋ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಿದೆ, How many varial segments are there? We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So for 167, answer is 4. So 168, memory-based acquired immunity evolved in. They are given higher vertebrates, lower vertebrates, lower invertebrates, all of the above. As we know that in vertebrates, we see notochord is replaced by cartilage or bone. Alva? Notochord is replaced by cartilage or bone. In higher vertebrates, B and T lymphocytes are formed in bone marrow. So these B lymphocytes are produced in bone marrow. They produces plasma cells and memory cells. So these plasma cell produces antibodies that will keep in mind with the help of memory cells. Hagagi, well developed. So notochord is replaced by bone in higher vertebrates. Hagagi, memory based acquired immunity evolved in higher vertebrates is the answer. Because when we see bone marrow, so in a bone marrow, B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes are going to be formed, and B lymphocytes will mature in bone marrow and they are responsible for the production of antibodies with the memory cells. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 168 ಗೆ 1 is the answer. 169, sometimes due to genetic and other unknown reason, the body attacks cells. This results in damage to the body. So when immune system fails to differentiate self from non-self cells, that condition is called autoimmunity. Reason is unknown, idiopathic ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Either due to genetic or mutation or due to some other reasons, our immune system fails to differentiate our own body cells from foreign cells. Then it starts attacking on its own cells. That condition is called autoimmunity. So 169, 2 is the answer. For 170, immunoglobulin that increases in number during allergy is IgA. IgA is more in body secretions like saliva, colostrum, tears. Understood? IgE is seen in allergic condition. IgG and IgM. IgM is seen in primary response, whereas IgG is seen in secondary response. Okay, IgG is the antibody which reaches fetus through placenta. So immunoglobulin that increase during allergy is IgE. So 172 is the answer. 171, treatment of snake bite by antivenin is providing. Already ಹಾವು ಕಚ್ಚಿದಾಗ antigens ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. So now we have to give antibodies. So it is an artificial acquired active immunity. Antivenin is providing. Antivenin ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಡುವಂತ injection, what it contain. So that injection contain preformed antibodies. That injection contain preformed antibodies. So they have another option they have given: artificial acquired passive immunity, natural acquired passive immunity, specific natural immunity. ನೋಡಿ ಇವಾಗ ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಹಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ಯಾಥೋಜನ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಯಾಥೋಜನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಪ್ರೀಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡೀಸ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್, ಹೌದು ನಾವು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸ್ನೇಕ್ ಬೈಟ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ passive immunity is the answer, because we are introducing preformed antibodies for a snake bite. Antivenin is providing artificial acquired passive immunity. Naturally acquired passive immunity ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿನೇ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅವಾಗ ಅದು ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಇಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಸೊ 171 artificial acquired passive Immunity is the answer for 171. Match the column. They are given natural active andre fighting infection naturally. When microbes enters disease causing microbes enter into our body, those are called pathogens. Our body produces antibodies. So natural active means fighting infection naturally. Artificial passive andre immunity device obtained by heredity agala from mother to fetus through placenta, that is natural passive agutte. Injection of anti-serum is artificial passive, so B R agutte. Artificial active andre we are introducing uh, pathogens, weekend pathogens into our body. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಸಿಗೆ ಟಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಪ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಾಯಿಯಿಂದ ಬರೋದು, ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮದರ್ ಟು ಫೀಟಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಗೋ ವಿತ್ AS then BT artificial passive, CT then DQ. So fourth is the option for 172. 173, incubation period of AIDS is generally, AIDS is a chronic viral disease which is having larger incubation period. What is incubation period? Incubation period is the time period between the entry of microbes. So 173, incubation period under this time between the entry of pathogens and appearance of symptoms in an organism. In an organisms, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಇನ್ಕ್ಯುಬೇಷನ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ the entry of pathogens and appearance of symptoms in an organism. It is the time is more in HIV. It's between 5 to 10 years. Okay, so for 173 it is 5 to 10 years. Incubation period of AIDS is generally 5 to 10 years. Then it's 174, AIDS is caused by we know that AIDS is caused by HIV virus, human immunodeficiency virus, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Okay, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. It is caused by HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. It is a retrovirus. It is a retrovirus. What is the meaning of retrovirus? So ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, in transcription from DNA information is transferred to RNA with the help of enzyme transcriptase. So that is transcription. So transcription ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, message information is transferred from DNA to RNA, whereas in retrovirus from RNA information is sent to DNA with the help of enzyme reverse transcriptase. With the help of enzyme reverse transcriptase. That's why HIV is called retrovirus. So why it is called retrovirus? Because in generally in a transcription process, DNA sends, it transfers its information to RNA. Butillenagutte, RNA is transferring information to DNA through reverse transcriptase enzyme. That's why HIV is called retrovirus. That's why it's called retrovirus. So AIDS is caused by retrovirus. It's called the given option viroid, DNA virus, protein. So AIDS is caused by a retrovirus called as HIV. Enzyme responsible for replication of HIV in macrophages is called RNA polymerase, DNA ligase, RNA polymerase, ಎರಡು ಸಲ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟೇಸ್. ಸೊ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ fourth option 175. Fourth is the answer, reverse transcriptase. With the help of reverse transcriptase, information is sent from RNA to DNA. So then the DNA, viral DNA incorporates into host DNA where the replication occurs. So enzyme responsible for this is reverse transcriptase. So 175. So when say HIV, it introduces only its genetic material, that is viral RNA becomes viral DNA with the help of enzyme reverse transcriptase. So this DNA incorporates into host DNA where it multiplies, replication occurs and come out as new viral RNA. Come out as new viral RNA. So that is ready to attack other normal cells. Okay. So enzyme responsible for this is reverse transcriptase. So 175, answer is 4. And 176, they have given cancer is a airborne disease. No. When it spreads through air, it is called airborne disease. No. Cancer is a viral disease. No. Environmental disorder. No. Allergic disorders due to some allergic condition that we consider as environmental disorder. And cellular disease. Yes, it is a cellular disease. So cancer is a cellular disease. Why it is called cellular? And the cells lost their contact inhibition and they undergo repeated mitotic division. They undergo repeated mitotic division that leads to increase in number of cells. That it leads to increase in number of cells that forms tumor. That forms tumor. Hagagi, cancer is a cellular disease. Okay. For 176, answer is 4. Why cancer is cellular disease? Because in cancer, cells lost their contact inhibition and they show and they undergo repeated continuous mitotic division that leads to increase in number of cells. These cells aggregate themselves and they form a tumor. Hagagi, cancer is a cellular disease. So 176, fourth is the answer. 177, treatment of cancer by X-rays or gamma rays is called. Obviously, X-rays and gamma rays are ionizing radiations. So the treatment with these X-rays and gamma rays are called radiotherapy. For 177, 1 is the answer. Chemotherapy means by injecting chemicals, drugs like vincristine and vinblastine. Immunotherapy andre alpha interferon inject ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ to increase immunity of cancer patient. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 177 ಗೆ treatment of cancer by X-rays or gamma rays is example for radiotherapy. 177, 1 is the answer. And 178, metastasis is connected with. What is metastasis? So it is a condition in which cancerous cells will migrate from their origin of site to other parts of a body. That is called metastasis. Nodi, ivaga. So it's a tumor. It's a benign tumor. ಇದೇನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಮೆಟಾಸ್ಟಾಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ this tumor margin is torn out or broken and cancerous cells will spread to other parts of the body. Cancerous cells will spread to other parts of the body, seen only in malignant tumors. Seen only in malignant tumors. Benign tumors ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಟ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸಿ these are all cells. Tumor is confined to origin of site. The cancer cell akade ikkade spread agala. They are confined to the origin of site. Whereas in malignant, margin enagide broken agi cancerous cells are spread to other parts of a body. That stage is called metastasis. Spreading of cancerous cells from the origin of site to other parts of a from the origin of site to other parts of a body is called metastasis. So this is seen in malignant tumor, only in malignant tumor. So 178, 2 is the answer. 179, which of the following is used in MRI? MRI andre magnetic resonance imaging. So in magnetic resonance, X-rays we used to know tumor in heart tissues. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ magnetic resonance imaging we used to know tumor in soft tissues, tumors present in soft tissues. In this we use strong magnetic field and non-ionizing radiations. Okay, will not use ionizing radiations like X-rays use madala, weak magnetic field use madala. In MRI, magnetic resonance imaging is used to know the tumors present in soft tissues like in muscles, where we use strong magnetic field and non-ionizing radiations. So 179, third is the answer. Coming to the last question. Antigen is a substance which lowers body temperature, let's know, destroys harmful bacteria, no, triggers the immune system, is used as an antidote to poison, Allah. Antigen is a substance which triggers the immune system. ನಮ್ಮ ಇಮ್ಯೂನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಟ್ರಿಗರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಟ್ರಿಗರ್ಸ್ ದ immune system. So for 180, answer is third. So this completes NEET questions related to human health and disease. Okay, read your textbook line wise, that help you to score very good marks in your competitive exams. Thank you.